right, this is Kristen here with Leaf Report, and we're at the USA CBD EXPO in Las Vegas, and I am here with Joe from Synergy BioNaturals. Hi, Joe. How are you?
Excellent. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. So why don't you start out by telling me a little bit about yourself, about your company, and about your company's history?
Excellent. So my name is Joe Fidich, and I'm from Synergy BioNaturals. We are a clinically based CBD company. We're physician-led, and we manufacture condition-specific products along the pharmaceutical style. And we our main sales channels are predominantly to practitioners, to pharmacists, and to high-end dispensaries focused on education. We recognized early on that the popularity is well ahead of the science, so we are committed to the science behind it all. My background is in natural remedies, in anti-aging, and in really nutrition. And we know that CBD works really well with a lot of herbal remedies and amino acids. So we thought it was important to differentiate ourselves and bring to the market some high quality CBD products that are truly condition specific, not just terpenes designed to specifically target pain and insomnia and anxiety, but also some natural herbal remedies that work well in that realm as well.
Okay, that's really cool. So why don't you tell me a little bit about the line of products you carry, and then maybe what one of your favorites is or one of your most popular selling ones is? Excellent.
So we have 3 products. One is called Be Relieved, and that's our pain formula. Be Rested for sleep, and Be Calm for anxiety. And after several focus groups, we decided to only have a gel cap. A serving is 4 gel caps so that it's real easy to do a half serving, quarter serving. And the reason why we went with gels as opposed to a tincture is because our physicians and pharmacists said that when it came down to the tinctures, it didn't feel as scientific. They couldn't get it as exact a dose. There's some drip and spill, and a gel cap with an exact dose brought definitely more of a pharmaceutical style to it and a very accurate dosing. So all of the formulas are my favorite. And by the way,
I love it.
I'm a fan of all CBD. As long as it's genuine, as long as it's tested, as long as it's high quality, we're all in this together. And our real objective is to let the world know about CBD and how they can become a better version of themselves. But one of my, if I had to talk about one formula today, I'll talk about Be Rested. And to give you an idea, we really take it to the next level. So a high quality Nano CBD, going to give you about 90% absorption into the bloodstream, much more than maybe a 6 to 9 or 10% absorption out of a tincture. But we couple it with some high-end herbs that really make a difference. So in this formula, we'll use, for example, not just an L-theanine, which of course is an extract from the green tea, but a sun-theanine. Really calms the beta waves in your brain, really helps you organize your thoughts and relax your mind. It doesn't put you to sleep, it helps you relax your mind. Then we introduce a valerian root, which will really calm the body. And then we finish up with a nice 5-HTP, which will allow your brain to secrete its own melatonin. You'll see melatonin in some of these products. They're not getting there yet because melatonin will evoke an excitatory response in 28 to 30% of the people who use it.
Wow.
It really regulates your circadian rhythm, so it allows you to want to be awake when it's light out and be asleep when it's dark, but it's not going to work like a 5-HTP will when it lets your brain release your body's own very compatible melatonin. So you combine those 3 herbs and you're going to get some great rest, deep sleep, but when you wrap it into a nanotechnology broad spectrum CBD, we use broad spectrum because it's 0.0% THC, and at just 0.3% THC or less, we're not really sure if that's so effective, but we get rid of the nuisance of having THC for some people whose jobs are, very reliant on being clean with that.
Yeah, and it sounds like, really, to me, it sounds like what sets you apart is, these amazing blends of herbs that you have. It seems, I'm sure that a lot of research went into that.
Well, thank you for bringing that up. So that is true, and it's all referenced on our website. we have all the correct dosing that is referenced in all the clinical studies. So for example, if we know that 200 milligrams of suntheanine is real, or 100 is really going to do it, but the study is 200, we're putting 200 in there. And the company really is really well rooted in research. So we are in the middle of our patient-reported outcome study. We use the standardized promise scores developed by Johns Hopkins University. Dr. Jonathan Spiro, our CEO, will be publishing in medical journals. We'll follow up with the clinical studies. Again, we're excited about all CBD, but the popularity is well ahead of the science. I think a lot of people want efficacy, safety, and they want the proof behind it, and that's what we're all about.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially as a consumer, I think that's all so important. And because CBD still isn't regulated, it can be a gray area. So it's nice to know that someone's paying attention to the science behind it.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you. So why don't you tell me a little bit about your transparency as well, your third-party lab testing, and is that posted on your website, or do you have QR codes on your products?
So that's great. So we have both.
Okay.
So in our packaging, we will have, well, this is going to be a little tough to get open, but yeah, the QR code is right underneath here if I can open it. And then also on our website, if you go on the top, you'll click research and you'll see all the lab results. But yeah, there we go. There's one right here. When you lift off the top, the QR code is right there.
Great packaging.
That'll bring you right to the lab results.
Okay.
And, so it's really gone through 4 tests. It goes through the testing at the point of biomass, and then the biomass again is extracted. It's tested there. Then we do our formulations, and it's tested there. And once they're in gel caps, they go through further testing to test the compatibility and the stability as a formula with all the constituents together. So it's all on the website. We definitely love the science behind it all. But the bottom line is CBD is really going to help people, a lot of people, and that's why we're in it. It'll really help people find the best version of themselves, whether they're struggling with anxiety, whether they're struggling with sleep or pain. And you'll feel our products because of the formulations. You'll feel them really quickly. It's what's going on behind the scenes, how it's nourishing the endocannabinoid system, strengthening your immune system, which is also a wonderful benefit that we're excited about. Happy to be in this space.
Yeah, it's a great space. And one more thing I wanted to ask. I know earlier you mentioned Nano CBD. Can you explain that a little bit more, just for me and maybe users at home, what that means and why it's beneficial?
Sure, that's a really important question. So, we don't spend a lot of time educating everybody about nano yet because I'm not sure if everyone's ready for it. The exciting thing is when they are ready for it, they're going to look back and say, oh, Synergy BioNaturals has been doing that. Essentially what happens with nano is through a process, the compound of CBD is broken apart in smaller pieces, nanoparticle size, somewhere between 100 and 200 nanograms, and it passes through the blood-brain barrier much easier. What that means is it's greater absorption. In addition, as the process happens, it gets wrapped in a water molecule, so it takes an oil-based product and makes it very water compatible, which is very compatible with our systems. So it's all about absorption, and it's about really getting it into the bloodstream so it can be effective. But nano really, it's referred to in many chemical arenas, but it's just about making it smaller and making it very biocompatible and bioavailable.
Okay, good. That makes sense to me now. Thank you.
Pleasure.
And then is there anything you want to tell us about where your hemp is grown or your manufacturing process? I know that's really broad, but anything important maybe that you want us to know? I mean,
it's U.S. grown. It's all organic. It's grown in Colorado. And then our manufacturing is done, in a GMP certified partner lab. And it's either in California or in Florida, depending on the size of the run that we're doing.
Okay, great. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for your time, Joe. It's been really nice talking with you. And yeah, I can't wait to see your products.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.